Today is day 100 of the 1% 100, a mindset challenge I created for myself to improve 1% better daily for 100 days. I was doing this by learning for 30 minutes a day and exercising for 30 minutes a day. I'd set two goals for myself at the beginning of the 100 days, and those were to reach 20,000 followers on Instagram and reach 185 pounds. I wanted to lose about 15 pounds, and I'm happy to say I've lost a little bit more than 15 pounds, and we'll insert a little physique update there. And, it worked. It worked. There's thermodynamic laws of losing weight, and if you do the things you are going to lose weight. So, happy that I achieved that goal. We're looking better. We're looking a little bit leaner. And my other goal, I did not reach. We did not get to 20K followers. We're sitting at 12.7K followers. So if you're watching this video, follow my Instagram at Castron. Help me get there. But what I learned about setting a goal like that is it's not something that's in my control. I would have been better off setting a goal to post 1 video a day, 2 videos a day, 3 videos a day. I post at least 1 video every single day, because that is something I have control of. I also have control over how much weight I lose. You can do calories in versus calories out, and I reduce the amount of calories I ate, and I was in control of losing that weight. I was not in control, though, of how many people saw my videos and how many people followed from my videos. So that is one lesson for sure that I learned during this 1% 100, is to set what I like to call input goals. Goals surrounding the actions that you can actually take. So I wanted to lose 15 pounds. That means my input, literally the food I was putting in my mouth, had to be less than the calories that I was burning. And then you can build a plan around that. Whereas gaining 20K followers has variables around that are not in my control. So that is one huge lesson that I learned, and the next time I do this, which I will be doing it again, is to set specific input goals. And if you look at my first video, I gave a detailed plan of how I was actually going to lose that weight. I stuck to the plan, and I lost the weight. Awesome. When it comes to posting on Instagram, I had a plan, but like I said, that was an output goal. That was something I wanted to get out of Instagram. I didn't have a specific input goal. And I changed my style of content a little bit. I'm trying to make more videos like this that I think are actually more valuable than the videos I was posting. So I think in that sense too, even changing what I was doing was like a pattern break. And I can probably come up with a bunch of reasons of why I didn't gain followers, but hey, things happen. I think I gained like maybe 3,000-ish, which is good. Like, that's still good in 90 days. Don't get me wrong. 100 days, that's good. Don't get me wrong. But I was a little ambitious to the output that I actually wanted to get. There's one thing in particular that, reflecting on these last 100 days, that is really sticking with me, and it's that you already have all the access to the information that you need. And the likelihood is you already know what you need to do to actually be successful. For whatever reason, you aren't doing those things. And that's the real problem, is you have to ask yourself, why am I not doing these things that I know are going to improve my life? And I can tell you a lot of the time, for me, it's because that choice is easier. But in the long term, those choices are going to have some negative consequences. And you have to be able to change your mindset to be able to think about the long term. What is down here? Not so much what is here, what has been in the past, what has rewarded me in the past, but what is going to reward me in the future. And the easiest example of this that you're going to see in self-improvement books is the idea of compound interest. If you invest X amount of money every day until you die, you're going to be a millionaire. Well, it's like, I want money now. So I'm not going to invest. I'm not going to take that step. Then by the time you're 40, 50, 60 comes around, you're like, man, I wish I started when I was 20. That's exactly what self-improvement is like. Is what actions can you take every single month that maybe have a short-term negative consequence, like the fact that maybe you can't go eat food every single day out because you're trying to save money, but down the line are going to pay dividends every single day when you're older. And that's why I reduce to the two actions that are really going to improve my life are exercising and learning. If you exercise every single day, you're going to find out 100 days from now, 10 years from now, you're really fit. And that means you're not in as much pain. That means you're healthier. That means you might live longer. And if you learn something every day, and you actually choose something that's going to improve your life about learning about, then you're also going to become a better version of yourself. And those ideas have fundamentally been instilled in my brain because for some reason, I still make choices that have short-term dopamine hits, but long-term negative effects. For whatever reason, I still do that myself. And I know what that reason is too. And the better you get at not making those choices, the easier it gets to not make those choices too. So it's like the first time you become aware of what that decision is to skip is the hardest time it's going to be. And then it gets easier the more you do it. And really the way that this happens is you have to reward your new behaviors. So to be fully transparent, there was a point in time in my life where I was smoking a lot of weed. And there was no argument that the successful version of myself was smoking weed every day. There just wasn't. And there might be some outliers, Snoop Dogg, I guess, right? But there's no tangible argument that the vision I had of myself as a successful businessman that could empower other people had this negative habit. So I knew I needed to break this habit. And I had tried multiple times, but I would bounce back. I would relapse. And honestly, I asked ChatGPT, how do I quit? And the one thing that really stuck out of the list of 10 different things that ChatGPT gave me was rewarding your new behavior. So after one day of not smoking weed, I went out and bought myself something. After 2 days, I went out and bought myself something. 3 days, went out and bought myself something. 5 days, went out and bought myself something. 10 days, 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, 60 days, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. And then as you get further out, the rewards get bigger and bigger. And at 9 months, I bought myself a new snowboard. I didn't need a new snowboard, but I was like, I'm going to reward myself for this new behavior. And I can tell you 6 months in to doing that, I didn't even think about it anymore. I don't think about it at all anymore. And to think that there was a version of myself that couldn't even imagine stopping, to the version I am now where it's like, yeah, that was pretty easy, honestly, is you just need the strategy. And if you have an internet connection, you can find these strategies for free online. If you're watching this video, you're getting these strategies for free online. And that's what I needed. I kind of knew what I needed to do. It was like, oh yeah, you just stop. But it's like, how do you actually stop? Because your brain's like, wait, I want to keep doing this. You have to give your brain something to look forward to that rewards this new behavior. And that's exactly what self-improvement is about too. Is you make this short-term sacrifice to, okay, I'm going to spend 30 minutes of my day not scrolling on TikTok and I'm going to go to the gym. And you go to the gym one day and you're like, wow, okay, nothing happened. Then you do it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, month, year, 10 years. And you're like, I just like going to the gym now. Same thing with reading. I was never a reader. I didn't really like going to school. I wasn't paying attention in classes. I wasn't a good student. And then I started reading things that I actually liked. And as I built that habit, now it's just, I am someone that reads. I've got 3 books right here on my desk. So, anyways, 100 days, we got it done. We hit one of our goals. We did not hit one of our goals, but we learned a lesson which might be even more valuable than hitting our goal. And if there's one thing that you take away from this whole video, is that you can do anything that you put your mind to. You have the power to become that successful version of yourself that you see in your mind. And the only thing that you have to do are the same actions that have rewarded you in the past. Because I know you've done something in the past that actually has felt good, but you didn't do it every day. You stopped with that habit. And you just need to keep doing those things every single day. And you'll really start to see the results you want. Love you guys. Have a great day. We're going to start posting videos like once a week-ish now that this 1% 100 is over. We're doing like every 10 days and then a video kind of on the interim. If you like what you see, stick around. You know there's more videos to come because this is my content strategy now. Make video on YouTube, cut down the video on YouTube, post it to Instagram and TikTok. If you're not following me on Instagram and TikTok, that would be very much appreciated. @Chiestrone. Love you guys. Have a great day. Keep doing cool shit.